Hello everyone, this is Francis from AskTheIntern.com. This is part 1 of our new video series on how to write a resume. So today, I'll briefly go over how to construct a college level resume. A resume template right here that I've constructed, and the way it's laid out, as you can see, is extremely clear. It has everything broken down into different sections, and the layout is very easy to read. That's extremely important when constructing a resume because you want all of your information to be easily read and a very clean layout for the recruiter. So as you can see, I broke it down into education, related experience, where you can put any experience through work history or any clubs that's related to the job that you're going after, then leadership, and then finally skills and activities. So as you begin, it's very important to have your first and last name in much larger font than the rest of your resume so the recruiter can easily read it and remember your name if they like this format or that something jumps out at them. It's easy for them to say, oh, this is John Smith's resume. Next, you have your email address, university address, and permanent address. Very easy to read, and also your mobile phone number. Next is an education. Education, it's very important that the name of your university comes first, and then in parentheses I have next the college or program within the university. So let's say you are a junior or senior or even a sophomore in the blank School of Management at XYZ University. You can put XYZ University, comma, then the school that you're in within your university. Next, you should have city and state. So you could put, depends where you are, like Manhattan, New York. And then next is Bachelor's of Science or Arts in your given major. Expected graduation, put the month and the date, so you could put May 2012, May 2013, or whenever you're graduating. Next, it's very important to put your GPA out of a 4.0 scale. A lot of students ask if they're not really proud of their GPA or it's a little low. What should they do? I definitely recommend putting your GPA because it's important that it's there. Even if you're not proud of it, there's ways to get around it. If it's not there, the recruiter is going to think that it's even lower than it truly is. So I definitely suggest putting it. Let's say your GPA is a 2.0 cumulative, but then your major GPA is a 3.0. I'll definitely list your major GPA next to it. Next, SAT score, you can put that out of 1,600 or 2,400. And I would only suggest putting it if it's a relatively high SAT score, so it can kind of bring up your resume. Next, honors, you can put anything from Dean's List to scholarships to anything else that would fall under this category. As you can see, I did not put an objective on here. I personally am against putting an objective. The only way I would think that an objective could benefit you is if you tailor each objective to the specific job that you're applying to within that company. So you could put objective : to gain an internship in the following industry, and then you could put whatever the industry is: advertising, investment banking, accounting, marketing, whatever it is. Next, I put study abroad. If you studied abroad, you can put that. You put the study abroad university followed by the city, country, and then just a brief description of the studies. Moving on is the related experience. This is very important that you list your most important or your best bullet first. And as you can see, this is one of the most important things that I think you can get from this video is this layout right here. There's 4 different things. And this is very simple, and this is the best layout that I've seen on resumes. You do the company name right here. So you could put John Smith, Inc. Below, you put the position, intern. Next, you put the group name or the division you worked in. So you were an intern in the marketing team. To the right, you have the city and state, San Francisco, California, and then the date, start date and end date. I like to put the month, then the year, then a dash, then the month, then the year, just to keep it consistent, but you could easily put summer 2010. This is very important to keep a very clean layout so the recruiter sees consistencies and it's easier for them to read. Next, your first bullet, I tend to have it summarize the most important work that you completed and then what it resulted in. The result is extremely important. So An example for that could be collaborated with XYZ for XYZ project, which led to blank new deals. It's important to quantify as much as possible, so it shows. Numbers are extremely important when you're creating a resume. It's very important to put a number so they can relate to it, a statistic, a percentage, something of that sort. Next, I put, after John Smith Inc. is a club or student organization and a name. So you go with the same exact format. The organization, position name, city and state, start date, end date. It's very important to be consistent in a resume. The next section is leadership. This leadership right here could be at a work experience, a club experience, something that might not necessarily be related to the given field that you're applying to. And it's important that the related experience right here shows that you have experience going towards the given industry you're applying to. Below leadership is skills and activities. Within skills and activities, I have listed languages, technical skills, activities, and interests. You don't have to follow this format. This is just something that I've seen that I like, this layout. Languages, you put fluent in Spanish, French, whatever it is. Then you could also put conversational proficiency in blank. Technical skills, I've seen this time and time again. Do not list Microsoft Office or Excel. List only other programs you're proficient in. Everyone's proficient in Office and Excel. Next, activities, it's kind of your time to show them some things you're involved in outside of work experience or leadership. So it could be some community service, some clubs, some organizations you're involved in that you'd like to share. Next, interests. Keep this short. Just put a few things that you're interested in doing that are appropriate, such as traveling, reading, exercising, playing sports, investing, and anything you want to do from that point. So just to review this layout and to conclude this video, it's very important to 1, keep this to 1 page, 2, stay consistent throughout the entire resume, 3, make sure you have no grammatical, no spelling mistakes, no margin mistakes, anything of that sort. Get someone to proofread your resume. Have your friends, your parents, a professor, someone look it over just to make sure that you do not make a mistake. I've actually been in an interview, and the interviewer held up my resume to the light above his head and looked to make sure that everything was aligned. And I was very lucky I was fortunate because I had everything aligned and I spent a lot of time on my resume. So just make sure that all the little things are in order. So to conclude, this is the first video in AskTheIntern.com's video series. I hope you enjoyed it. Please provide me any feedback you think is necessary. And please visit us at www.asktheintern.com. Thank you.